Yo, yo. Um, what's up, y'all? It's the Shi-Fi podcast, episode 84. We gotta reboot this podcast. It's time to get this momentum going again. My last 3 months has been super busy. The last month has been busy, but I think this is the first time in my life where, not my life, but like in a while that I'm kind of in a good swing of things. Um, when it comes to school and all that mess. But yeah, it's still too difficult. It's just too much. I'm gonna have to retire from school. Hopefully, I'm retiring from education in 2 months, in 3 months. Hopefully, if I graduate in May, cool. If I graduate in August, we'll see, or December of next year or whatever. I don't know what's happening half the time. School is weird, but that's just how it's always been the last year or so. Okay. What we got? What we got going on? Shout out everybody listening on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, whatever y'all are doing. And bear with me. I haven't recorded much in the last 2 or 3 months, so my podcast skills might be a little shaky these next few episodes. We'll see. Whatever. All right, let's get into it. It's been a while. Super Bowl, cool. They won, yay. Brady won, yay. But the real winner of the Super Bowl, we all know, is The Weeknd. What a great halftime performance. I've watched that performance maybe 20 times so far. Maybe it might get up in the 50s by the end of this year, but it was a great performance. It was a great performance. I think here's my theory on why people. I think people didn't really like the Weeknd performance, and I think I know why. It's because there wasn't as much twerking, dancing, girls dancing. That's just like that's been my theme of the last couple or 3 years. But this is the first time where it was straight up the Weeknd and nobody else. And I think that's why I don't think people liked it as much. It's got to be because I mean, I don't know. Every year the halftime performance gets quicker and quicker for some reason. It just feels like it. But it was a solid 15-minute performance. The best part was Blinding Lights at the end, because Blinding Lights is the theme song of this whole COVID era. And it was just iconic. It was one of those things where like this is going to be an iconic performance. 5 years from now, 10 years from now, we're going to look back at this video. Everything with the performance, going from being on the football field, the transition from the song before to Blinding Lights. I don't know if many people caught this, but when he was performing at the end, the screens, the what's it called? The scoreboard, the screens behind him were like in black and white, and it was zoomed up to his face. It just looked very iconic, and a performance that you will be seeing for the next of your lifetime for the next 5 or 10 years. I don't know. It was great, amazing. The transition from House of Balloons to Blinding Lights was amazing. The part where he ended Blinding Lights and just sat there in his glory for like a good 10 seconds afterwards, where fireworks are coming up, and he just kind of like slowly walks off by himself. Like that's just amazing. Like just when you carry the show by yourself without help, it just hits different. It just hits different. Um, amazing performance. I don't know what else. I enjoyed it. It was one of the most enjoyable, I think, most enjoyable performance since Bruno Mars in 2013, 2012 maybe. Yeah, that it's amazing. Um, who else? I'm just glad we're over the 2000s. Have some performances of all the old people. The Eagles, the Beatles, no, not the Beatles. The Eagles, the Killers, and the Grasshoppers, and whatever those bands were. Um, but I'm just glad we're over that. I think the Super Bowl really were traumatized from the whole Janet Jackson, Justin Timberlake situation. Can't believe that whole halftime industry got ruined by Justin Timberlake. And then he performs literally 15 years after. Something's backwards about that. Oh well, not my problem. But overall, the Weeknd's performance, go check it out. It's on YouTube. It's amazing. It's PG. It's like for a 80-year-old woman and for a 10-year-old dude. It's for everybody. It really is. And that's, I think, some of the magic toward it as well. Because it's a very interesting crowd that watches the game because it's like all ages and all demographics. So it was. I was a little bit surprised the Weeknd went PG because he is, he's kind of known for being a little R-rated, especially in his early days in his music. So it was kind of funny in a way because, seeing older people liking his performance, it's like, man, you just don't know. You just don't know, like the real Weeknd. Like, um, yeah. But the fact he just knows he's a great strategic person, calculated person, to where I would do the same thing if I'm performing for a group of people that all ages, all demographics. I'm gonna be as PG as possible because I want to rope in everybody. I want to rope in. I want to attract as many people as I can on this once in a lifetime stage. So I don't blame like the Weeknd for being very PG. I would do the same thing. It's a extremely smart decision that he did that. Um, yeah, but other than that, it was a great performance. What else? What else? Um, also, I want to get into this. The whole, I hate that I'm about to talk about this. I really hate, but it's someone else's fault that I have to. The whole Vanessa Bryant, Meek Mill situation. Vanessa Bryant, wife of the late Kobe Bryant. Um, I really wish Vanessa Bryant didn't say anything because now, like, it's even a bigger deal. If you don't know the story, um, me or there was this unreleased single that got press and um and it was like leaked somewhere. And what was the lyric? Um, oh, here it is. The line of that everybody's about to talk about is Meek Mill when he said, "And if I ever lack, I'm going out with my chopper. It'd be another Kobe." Yeah, when it came out a couple weeks ago, I gave no attention to it because I was just kind of like, it's you. You just have to read the room. And the fact that low key no one gave it attention was kind of a big reflection of it. He was already getting a little bit of press just because of just like it was uncalled for. It's unnecessary. It's too fresh. And the thing about that I have the problem with is that it's not even creative. It's if you're going to rap about, if you're going to have a Kobe reference in 2021, it has to be extremely clever. You just can't like mention his name just randomly. Like, okay, cool. You're going out with your chopper, it'll be another Kobe. That is some like even 2000s rap lyrics because that's not creative at all. It hasn't even been creative. Even if it was, even without the Kobe death, this is one of the worst bars I've ever heard. So it's just one of those throwaway bars. You can't have a Kobe. You can't put Kobe in a throwaway bar in 2021. You just can't. If you're going to mention his name, it has to be an extremely clever thing, maybe referencing his glory days. You're referencing his death. You're straight up referencing his death. So I'm not surprised at all that he's getting a lot of flack for this. What are you doing, Meek? And you already know you're like not the one of the best liked rappers. So this is just like horrible. This is like you're shooting yourself in the foot with this one. Um, you really are. So, but the fact I think Vanessa Bryant. So Vanessa like replied on her Instagram story. I think late last night, and all right. So Vanessa says the lyric was extremely insensitive and disrespectful. I am not okay. So the best part. I am not familiar. I am not familiar with any of your music, but I believe you can do better than this. If you are a fan, fine. There's a better way to show admiration for my husband. This lacks respect and tact. Okay. Yes. Okay, Meek Mill said, I apologized to her in private earlier today, not to the public. Nothing I say on my page directed to an internet viral moment or the family of a grieving woman. If you care about someone grieving, change the subject. Okay, that's kind of true. I don't know. Yeah, you just can't do that, Meek. You just can't unless you want the flack. Especially since 100% of people loved Kobe. It's kind of you're not gonna get many fans. Like this is one of those like bad publicity stunts. What's that saying? All publicity is good publicity. This might not qualify. This might not qualify under that fact. Um, yeah, this might not. Um, you know, again, it's not creative. Even if that's like saying the same thing as like I shoot with my gun, call me a basketball shooter. Like something just horrible. Like it was just like horrible line. It's a horrible line. Come on. So with that, it's just like you can't you got to be clever. So I don't know. I think this is going to be a little bit talked about. Hopefully, it gets shut down because this is one of those just unnecessary topics that people are going to talk about for a couple of days here. I don't know. I hope that this is going to get talked about off the court, ran off. I hope. Um, Shout out to Cade Cunningham. He went to Arlington Bowie. He's from Arlington. He's apparently might be the number one draft pick for the NBA. That's really cool. I was trying to look up like other Dallas people that have been drafted number one, and my sources, aka my dad, told me that Larry Johnson was the only other Dallas number one pick, like from Dallas, Texas. I think 1990 ish. But yeah, it's really cool seeing like a Dallas dude being that high projected. So hope that happens. He beat my school, Texas Tech, last night. Um, man, I am hungry. Random, but okay. Cade Cunningham, great player. Hopefully he gets number one pick. What else? Kristaps Porzingis. What is wrong with this dude, bro? Can this guy get healthy? Can this guy walk? When is this guy gonna run? That's all I want to know. That is all I want to know. This man cannot play consistently. I don't know. Dallas fans are low key getting heated about this situation. Um, we're giving him so much time. We're giving him chances. It's okay. I'm down with giving him like a chance. I think that there was like some false reports, but they're kind of gonna turn like people gonna think they're real, and it's gonna turn into it's gonna be a talking point where like I think the Mavs are trying to like low key look around to see what Porzingis' value is with everybody in trades and stuff, and it's frustrating because we got Luka, best player in the NBA, and he needs a second fiddle so bad. Luka is carrying this team, like carrying it. He is like 07 LeBron right now. Okay, 06. But we really need a second guy. Porzingis has the capability, but he is just not doing like he's doing a lot of great things, but it's almost like it's in spurts. He plays 5 games, is out for 4 games, plays for 6 games, is out for 3 games. It just seems like that, right? If I don't know, I think I've told myself or I think a lot of Mavs fans are just let's just wait out the season, see what happens. Man, there's a lot of reports. Mark Cuban says he's not. Wow. Yeah, all those false reports. I mean, I don't know if they're false or not, but okay. So Kristaps is averaging 20 and 8. He's played in 17 games so far. Let's see. I think he comes back today. I'm trying to find to where. Um, Let me see. Okay, so what am I trying to find out? I'm trying to find out if how many games he's been out of this season. So he's been out of 13ish games. He's been at like half of this season. I mean, it is frustrating. There is definitely there's a lot of reports out there. Okay, wow. The rumors are brewing. Interesting. I like Mark Cuban says the reports are not accurate. Interesting. Hmm. I feel like it's one of those things where like the Mavs did not want that to get out, but in a way, it's like low key, like low key. Um, just in case. I mean, I'm not 100% wanting to trade him. I'm not even 50%. I'm just kind of like maybe, maybe. I mean, he's turning into like an Embiid situation, like how Embiid was a couple years ago, where he could never play back-to-back games. He could never be consistent. He always got hurt. Man, but for me to be 100% wanting to trade Porzingis, I think he at least should play out this season. But if he starts out this like again early next year, it's kind of like, all right, man. All right. Like, okay, if next year through 20 games, Porzingis has only played like 7 or 8, it's kind of like, all right, we gotta do something. We gotta do something. Um, because we can't be wasting Luka's early years like this. Luka's gonna leave if he doesn't get help. Like, he's going to bye-bye. He's not Dirk. He's not gonna stay around. He's not gonna stick around. He's not. Luka is a superstar. He is more of a superstar now than Dirk ever was. Um, so he's going to be selfish. He's going to be selfish about his options. Yeah, I mean, it's worrisome just a little bit, but it's interesting to see all this Porzingis news right now. But yeah, we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Um, Daft Punk retired apparently. I don't know what to make of that news because they've been out for like a while now. Um, Apparently, they had like an actual separation. Like maybe they just like it made it sound like Daft Punk, the duo, disagreed on things and then separated. Hmm. But Daft Punk hasn't really made a hit or a significant like impact since 2013 ish. I mean, I think the last impact they've really had was 2016 with The Weeknd when they made Starboy and I Feel It Coming. Um, but I don't know. But other than that, I mean, they've had a definitely a great impact on the music industry, and I'm gonna leave it at that. Um, let's see, let's see. What else? What else? What else? I saw this. I got an email from Spotify with one of the weirdest duos of a podcast that I have ever seen. Bruce Springsteen and Barack Obama. What? Who made this duo? It's a very interesting duo. I had to reread that email for a while. Apparently, it's like an episode or a series of podcasts. It's just 8 episodes, and that'll be it. Um, I it's kind of funny because like the podcast is called Born in the USA, and there's those rumors with Obama being not born in the USA and all that. I know there's a lot going to be could be said about that. Jokes. I just know how it was when during his terms. But it's a very, I. It's just a funny deal. I've never like. What they said one friendship. They were not. Are they really that close of friends? Can we confirm that? So, I don't know, man. It's an interesting duo. Oh well. What else? Um, I saw a lot of. I had a very interesting research situation with Rush Limbaugh, with his passing and all. I have no opinion on the situation, so don't quote me on anything what I'm about to say. I just I have no. I'm just about to discuss his death and his like what what I've seen on social media a lot. I have no opinion about this, so let me clear that up. I don't know if he's good or bad. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a judge, but what I'm saying is like there's no he did have a huge impact on radio. That's all I know. That's all I know. I don't know anything about his personal life. I don't know what the actual content was, but I did know growing up that Rush Limbaugh was a huge deal in the radio industry. Um, but man, I was kind of looking at some interviews. I was like, man, I can see why people don't like him. I can see why people don't like him. um, yeah, I do have to look a little bit more. I'm not gonna make a whole conclusion over a couple tweets I saw, or a couple clips, because you can cancel anybody with that type of information, like judging over. But again, I have no conclusion. I have no opinion on this matter. I just thought it was very interesting. Just growing up, um, he was like the big name radio dude, um, and then now seeing, like, this is what happens with everybody's death. They like upload some clips that make them look bad, which I think it's good to see that. I mean, you should never look up to anybody. You should never have like role models, especially with celebrities. But it's very interesting just to see like clips that come out, or very questionable talking points. Um, yeah, you can respect someone and criticize people at the same time. You can do anything. But I thought it was very interesting just to see like Rush Limbaugh's um, bad talking points, because he's always kind of in the news. Well, I've always kind of considered him like an icon in just the radio industry, but just now seeing like these clips of him being anti, or very what do you call it, discriminatory towards certain demographics and cultures. And yeah, it's just it's good to see both sides of people. And so I don't know, at this, again, I have no conclusion. Just thought it was very interesting just to see all that information. Kudos. um okay, what else? Did somebody else die recently? Somebody else died recently. I don't know. I have a couple minutes left. No, I'm not gonna. Whatever. Whatever. Ted Cruz. I don't know. I have no opinion on this. Um, again, don't look up to politicians. That's the conclusion I reached when I research or investigate politicians and their power. You just never put your life or your opinions toward politicians, because it doesn't matter if these guys are Republicans or Democrats. Man, it's all the same. Uh, so, the whole CANCUN thing. I mean, you have both sides defending or criticizing, defending, whatever. It happens. It happened with Gavin Newsom, or Governor Newsom. Is his first name Gavin? Whatever. It happened with Governor Newsom in Cali. It happened with Senator Cruz here in Texas. Politicians are going to ditch regardless, especially when they're elected. But if I'm not an elected politician, I am like going at Cruz. This is a great opportunity for Beto. Oh my, he is killing it with the PR moves with this. Yeah, he is a great strategic dude. Yeah, Beto's killing. He knows the game. He knows the game well. Yeah, so I don't know. I know the whole Texas frozen winter storm this past week might get um, elongated into future elections, or I don't know. It was a weird like election political shift last week in Texas. It was kind of interesting, but again, I have no conclusion. I like discussing things. That's all. Yeah, that's about it. I think that's about it. I was when I was what do you call it? thinking about coming back and recording podcasts, a part of me was like, should I continue this podcast? Because I was just kind of like, man, it's like anything you not okay. Anything you could say slightly wrong-ish could get misconstrued as hate or disrespect. And everybody accidentally says questionable things. But me like recording it and posted it and all that is risky. It's risky. But I'm fine with it. I like myself. No, I love myself. I love myself. I love myself, and I am down to discuss things in very respecting manners at any point. I don't have conclusions on most of today's topics because I am still learning. I am a continuing learner. I just don't know things, and I know some things, but I think that goes for everybody. No one is 100% on everything they talk about, right? like like whenever like political things happen, everybody's like an expert for some reason. Like the whole like electric grid thing, I was seeing so many tweets and discussions about it. I'm like, fam, is this like normal to know? Everybody was like an ERCOT expert. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe I need to fake it more. Low key, I need to fake it more. Like to know what I'm to fake other people because people are really good at it. Whatever, I'll leave it at that. I just don't know what I just feel like a lot of people are experts at things that they don't know. And I don't know, it just seemed like a lot of that last week. But again, I'm a discusser. I'm not a concluder. And we'll leave it at that. Song of the week, shout outs. Shout out to the Weeknd. Keep doing your thing. That's it. Song of the week. Song of the week has to go to. What does it have to go to? It has to go to Crybaby. Megan Thee Stallion featuring DaBaby. Honestly, I thought this was a DaBaby song at first because he has the hook, verse 1, and the hook, and then Meg has the second verse, and then DaBaby has the last hook. So it's like the song is 80% him and 20% Megan, but it's Megan's song. That does not sit right with me. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. You either to be the lead person on a song, you have to be either the main hook guy. You have to be singing all the hooks, or just be all the verses. Like you just can't just have one verse and claim that song. I don't like that. I don't like that. So go to Baby, Meg, whatever, Cry Baby. Check it out. Thank you for watching, and see y'all later. Thank y'all for sitting through this reconstruction of my podcast skills. I will be so much better in the next few. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Peace. Keep living. Peace. Shi-Fi out.